Good morning, everybody. It's John for Father's Rights and my anti-human trafficking page. It's 2:58 a.m., May 20th, 2024. It seems my video where I show my interaction with the police is getting a lot of subs and a lot of comments. And it seems to me there's a lot of fathers out there that are suffering from this problem. So what I propose is that one voice seems not to be heard. You could see in my interactions with NYPD, I'm basically drowned out. You see what the police are doing when I call them? They come in and mob up, and all of a sudden I'm not allowed to speak anymore. They're even telling me to be quiet. You notice that when you watch that video? Okay, let's go there to the video, and I'll show you which video I'm talking about. This video right here. This one here.
Much more you got
2 days ago. Excuse me. When you sit here, I had at least 5 cops. In this incident, if you watch, you'll see more cops come in. They don't let me speak. It's a technique. One guy's asking me a question, one guy's talking to something else, and they're misdirecting me to pay attention to him, so I don't hear what's going on. And what's going on is they're violating my civil rights, and they're hoping I don't notice. This is misdirecting me, so I don't notice what's going on. And I'm getting tired of this. Alright? Fathers have rights too. We're human beings. Why are we treated like garbage? We're demonized. And we're telling him, hey, the accusations that my wife is putting against me, they're untrue. And they've been proven to be untrue. And yet they still go on demonizing the father. Meanwhile, we have stats and figures that fathers should be concerned about. You know, when a parent kills a child, it's called filicide. Guess who kills most of the children during filicide? Females. A broken home. What's the first thing that we notice about a broken home? Most of the kids, if they're with the female, their mother, they're filling up our jails. Do you know the first school shooter came from a broken home? And the school shooter was female? You also notice they're denying my right to defend, to see my daughter. And it's outright there. It's plain and simple. It's right there. I've proven it. And yet, what do? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Not only to top it off, I also have another video which explains, well, I'm not harassing my wife. I'm trying to protect my child. What am I trying to protect my child from? You know, that's never been addressed. It's always hashtag believe all women. Yet in this video, I have evidence where my wife and her family, with my wife's knowledge, actually trafficked the child. There's no ifs, ands, and buts and ors about it. And these people, including her and my wife and the rapist, are out in your neighborhoods doing what they do. Now what I'm going to ask everybody is to pay attention. We're going to have to mob together. We basically have to come out, use our phones, and do our virtual pitchfork and torches. This is going to all the fathers. It's time to stop this mess, and we got to support each other. And what I propose is that I will work for free, guys. I'm not going to ask you for any money. I'm just going to ask you to pick up the phone and call up this number. This is from the desk of the DA that's actually investigating my wife. You see that number there? This is from her desk. She's with the Special Victims Unit. It's time to start making calls to these people in mass to get something done. Because what happens is, I've noticed, as a father, you're going to be isolated from friends and family when you marry somebody. They specifically do this. It's so they can get control of you. Not the other way around as they claim. Now what I need you to do is, guys, fathers, or anybody concerned that has sons or going through this, or brothers going through this, or nieces, nephews going through this, you got to start calling in. We got to organize and take care of each other. We got to get a group of people who are concerned about the well-being of all children, not just mine, because there's other children involved in this, and I showed you those other children in my video. Not only that, after you watch my video where I showed you what happened to that child, you got to call CPS. You got to light up their boards. I just watched a video where a man's looking for help to prevent his child from becoming a group that has trafficked the child before the next victim. And the other child too, the boy in the red high heels. Who's helping him? He has no father in the house. So those women, what do you think they're going to do? I don't even think that child is theirs. So you watch these two videos. I'll put the links in here. You can watch them. And you got to light up these people's boards. In this video, I'm going to ask you guys, I want you guys who are having the same problem as I'm having, we have to group together. Being as fathers, we're going to have to group together to protect our children. We're going to have to circle the wagons. Being an individual, when the savages are coming over the hill, and it's 1 versus 100, we're not going to win. And that's why they're winning. We need to group together. We need to put the line in the sand. We need to stop these people who are basically mentally ill, and just because they're female and they're rope-a-dope in the game, and you go into court, you go into criminal court, and you'll look around, women's services. Well, what about dad? There's nothing there. We're going to have to do it ourselves. Dad's always been do-it-ourselfers. So I need you guys, again, to call this woman. You see that number there? She is the assistant DA. And I guess it's going to take a lot of phone calls to get these people to realize they work for us. We don't work for them. And they need to do their job. This has got to stop. I'm not asking for support for myself. I'm not asking for no money. What I'm asking for is support for children. And if you're a dad and you're concerned about your children, and you've been treated like I've been treated, it's time to basically form the Fathers Gang. Fathers concerned about their children, their welfare. Fathers concerned about all children in the community. And we all know, as a father, if we seen a child, a total stranger child, under duress or being hurt, we're going to go over there and try to do something, aren't we? That's what needs to be done. Even a dog, the family dog, has the common sense to defend the family's children. And instead, what happens? We get treated like dogs. We need to band together. Now, what I propose to everybody is you help me, I will help you. One hand washes the other. If, if we can successfully have a phone call campaign in order to help my daughter, my child, and if it works, we will start taking names and numbers of men who also been treated like this and do the same thing for them. And all I'm asking for right now is people to light up the phone boards. It has to be organized. It has to be a campaign. Fathers' rights need to be restored. We're not second-class citizens based on somebody's deep ability to lie. Stop placating to emotions of people and start worrying about our children. Crying in court doesn't make you a victim, especially when the claims that you made are not true. The courts got to stop catering to emotions and start looking at the evidence. And I've shown you guys the evidence. I need your help. My daughter needs your help. Light up the phone boards of ACS. Call. Everybody call. Call Jessica Mellon. 718-286-6548. She's my local DA for Special Victims Unit. Start telling these people our children are important. Not the mothers of the children. The children. Stop losing focus and stop turning this into a woman's right campaign. The child is at risk. Stop it. Some of these people that work in ACS and the police force, they got an activist mind, not a law enforcement mind. So again, I implore you, help me and I'll help you. I'll sit here free of charge. Put it in the comments field. Tell me your story. I'll find out what we can do. And everybody here, it's your responsible to make sure the next generation is safe and these lunatics don't get their hands on your child. And on that, I'm out of here.